Yo, you juicy people, I'm back as always with a free games this week video, the series where I do the interweb searching for free games and you sit back and get them served to your beautiful face. And we start with the heavy hitter of the week, Vigor, and from no other than Bohemia Interactive. This bad boy is off to a rough start with mostly negative reviews 48 hours after release. And I think it's most likely because Bohemia Interactive, if I know them right, have cram-packed so much microtransaction into this bad boy, you might as well clinch your credit card between your cheeks and hand it over. Its premise is you diving into intense encounters and extract the most valuable spoils the Outlands has to offer. Here you would loot, shoot and build to become the absolute outlander and explore the landscape of a post-war Norway, which incidentally is just around the corner from where I live. Microtransactions or not, you could argue that it's actually worth exploring, especially with the low asking price of $0. Whether this game ends up being juicy or not is completely up to you. Next we take a look at Celestial Door, which is only here because it's about a desperate husband who's searching for his missing wife. And I was just daydreaming about how amazing it would be if my wife went missing for a little bit. It's currently 8 PM on a Friday night. I am knackered from work and she decides to start putting up some goddamn wallpaper. It's not even nice wallpaper. I mean, it's this type of wallpaper with huge leaves that makes me feel like a lizard or an iguana in his goddamn natural habitat. Anyway, I just wanted to vent a little bit. Celestial Door, a psychological horror game with mostly positive reviews, not like the damn wallpaper. Listen, if you want to stay up to date on free games and get them served to you in this quick and quirky setting, then do us both a favor and smash the subscribe button. You get free games and my heart warms up. Oh, and as always, links to all of the games mentioned in this video are in the description and they take you straight to the deal, so no googling required. Next up, juiciness for the eyes with Diluvian Ultra Awakening, which is a never before seen part of the Diluvian Ultra story, preceding the events of the main game if you're familiar with that. As a young Diluvian knight, they stage a heroic defense against insurmountable odds and this single-player first-person shooter with a retro aesthetic and fast-paced strategic combat. You really can't argue that it's giving off a pixelation goodness, and combined with this super juicy gunplay that it has, it's a pretty good game. It was released just a few days ago on the 16th of September and it's currently sitting in with positive reviews. Next, we take a look at a game in early access, Otherworldly Beginning of the Rift, which is an immersive adventure that challenges you to explore unknown dimensions, solve intricate puzzles and make choices that impact the mystery unfolding. You dive into the unknown and uncover hidden secrets and prepare for an experience that could change everything you thought that you knew. In all fairness, the graphics remind me most of the time when I was an exchange student in Poland and I had to go to the school's basement to pick up supplies for the teacher. Oh man, those were the days. Anyway, Otherworldly has just been released with only 3 reviews, so it's too early to say anything based on that. I wanted to give you a quick heads up before we leave Steam. SEGA is currently running a publisher sale, meaning juicy games at even juicier prices. It's all nicely combined in a single page, which will give you a great overview of what games are up for grabs. If I would highlight any games, it would be 2 Point Campus, a funky management simulation game, and Total War 3 Kingdoms, a game for the big brain strategy boys out there. As always, I will leave a link to the SEGA sale in the description. Let's take a quick jump to the Epic Store, where you can claim a total of 3 games this week: Toem, Last Stand Aftermath and The Spirit and the Mouse. Toem is a special one. It's like a black and white juiciness where you set off on a delightful expedition and use your photographic eye to uncover the mysteries and the magical Toem in this hand-drawn adventure game. You get to chat with quirky characters and solve their problems by snapping pretty neat photos. An interesting game, and it's currently sitting in with 4.8 stars on the Epic Store, which is pretty impressive for a game in this genre with these types of looks. And alongside Toem, you can also claim The Last Stand Aftermath. From the creators of The Last Stand Union City comes a new single-player roguelite action-adventure game. After you get your juicy butt cheeks infected by the zombie virus, you have to set out to explore the apocalypse and find hope for your colony. You can actually make a difference if you just don't give up. The Last Stand Aftermath is a roguelite with a unique concept which keeps each run feeling kinda fresh. Each character, despite having nearly no dialogue, still feels distinct and gives you the sense that each volunteer who sacrifices their life in the name of the community is actually important. As you progress through the map and unlock new and better equipments and upgrade your survivors, your runs will become longer and unveil new parts of the story, consistently trying to keep players pushing to unlock the next upgrade. In totality, the game is fairly well reviewed across the board, with 4.4 stars on the Epic Store, and probably one of the better free games that the Epic Store have handed to us this year. And then starting the 26th of September, it's time for a cuteness overload times 10. Because you can claim the spirit and the mouse. Here you bring kindness and light to the people of some French village as a tiny mouse with a pretty big heart. I have difficulty with these type of cuteness games. I've just been grinding Satisfactory 1.0 for the last few days, and then jumping into this bad boy to understand what it is a very weird feeling. But I guess not every game is for everyone, and that's the beauty of the Epic Store. You can try it out for free, and that's about it. Here you'll be exploring a quaint French village, make electrifying new friends, and do good deeds for those in need. Okay, and that pretty much brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't, yeah, why not. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.